Hey, welcome to On the Real. This series is titled Getting Out of Debt God's Way. Most of you didn't know that I am a financial coach, and well, I am back in debt. Not because I didn't know what to do, because I stopped doing what I knew to do. Anyway, so if you've ever thought to yourself, I should be further along financially by now, or I know better than this, then this series is for you. I've been debt free before, completely. I've taught others how to do it. I coached, budgeted, planned, and walked it out. And then slowly, I drifted. I didn't fall into that, overnight. It happened one decision at a time, one compromise at a time. Comfort over discipline, convenience over conviction, vision over wisdom, pressure over prayer. I became over ambitious with my vision for filmmaking. And so, but, I want to create, to tell stories that honor God, to build something meaningful. But instead of going step by step, I jumped ahead, right? Because I bought equipment, film equipment, before the foundation was ready, right? Before I had the money, before the baby steps were complete. More on that later in this series for those of you watching who are unfamiliar with Dave Ramsey and his baby step method of getting out of debt. There's more to it than just getting out of debt. There's also investment, but for this series, we're going to be dealing with just getting out of debt. But anyway, in any event, I skipped steps that I taught people not to skip. Right? I told myself it was an investment, that I'd make it work, and that would pay off later. I mean, I still believe it will pay off eventually, but the truth is, I got ahead of God's order. And somewhere along the way, I stopped asking God what to do with his money as a steward of his money. I started managing it like it was mine. And when you do that long enough, you don't just drift financially, right? You sort of kind of drift spiritually. So this series, though, isn't about shame. No, it's not about pretending I have it all together. And it's definitely not about me teaching from a pedestal, right? This series exists because I'm choosing to course correct publicly. I'm going back to the fundamentals, back to God's order, right? Back to the baby steps. And this time I'm not skipping a single step. So episode by episode, I'm going to show you exactly how I plan to get out of debt, what I'm cutting, what I'm changing, and how I'm rebuilding margin, the right way. No shortcuts, just obedience, one step at a time. And so I want to invite you, not as spectators, but as companions, right? Allow me to take you through my own journey, right? Let me show you the real numbers, real decisions, real tension between vision and discipline. If this resonates with you, or if you're in debt and trying to get back on track, I want to invite you to do two things. First, subscribe and follow this series, right? Not because I have all the answers, but because this is going to be real, step by step, in real time. Well, not necessarily in real time because I'm pre-recording it and then you see it in the future, but you know what I mean. Second, I'd like you to drop a comment below and tell me where you are, right? Where you're at. Or just say, I'm walking this out too. I'll be here every other week, showing up honestly, following the baby steps, and letting God reorder my finances his way. Because scriptures do say, commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. That's in Proverbs 16:3 in the Amplified Version. And another scripture says, the plan of the diligent leads surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Proverbs 21:5. So this journey, every budget, every decision, every sacrifice, I'm committing it back to him. If you don't walk this journey together, subscribe, comment, and hit that bell to be notified when new episodes are posted. Thank you for joining me. See you next episode. This is Out of Debt, God's Way on the Real.